Good morning, everyone. Myself Muskan. I am from BSc Chemistry Honors final year. My roll number is 54. Today I am going to make a audio recording lecture for visually impaired students on chapter Fats, Oils and Detergent of Organic Chemistry 1. Introduction. Oils and fats are widely distributed in nature, both in animals and plant kingdoms. In animals, they are present under the skin and in muscles, but in plants, they are mainly found in the seeds. Some important examples of fats are butter, lard, tallow, beef, etc. While groundnut oil, cottonseed oil, olive oil, palm oil, coconut oil, sunflower oil, soybean oil, linseed oil, sesame oil, etc. are important examples of vegetable oils. Fats and oils are one of the three major constituents of our food. The other two being carbohydrates or proteins. In fact, fats and oils serve as energy reservoirs for the animals. In human beings, only a few hundred grams of glycogen can be stored, which can barely supply the body's energy need for about 12 to 18 hours. In contrast, large amount of fats, 12 kg for an average person weighing 70 kg, can be stored which can supply the body's energy needs for about 8 weeks. Besides this, oils and fats serve as raw material for a number of industries such as soap, paints, varnishes, and vanaspati ghee, etc. Natural fats. The fats obtained from animal sources such as butter from milk of cows and buffaloes, lard from hogs, and tallow from sheep, goats, etc. are called natural fat. This name is simply given to differentiate these fats from those fats which are obtained by hydrogenation of oils. Edible and non-edible oils. Oils such as groundnut oil, sunflower oil, soybean oil, rapeseed or mustard oil, olive oil, sesame oil, which are used for cooking purposes, are called edible oils. Which oils such as cotton, while oils such as cottonseed oil, linseed oil, castor seed oil, and mahua oil, which are used in soap, paint, varnishes, and lacquer industries, are called non-edible oils or industrial oils. On the basis of iodine values, oils have also been classified as drying, semi-drying, and non-drying oils, as discussed. Industrial oils may include essential oil or mineral oil. Essential oil such as rose oil, jasmine oil, lavender oil, eucalyptus oil, peppermint oil, etc., are volatile oils isolated from plants. Essential oil may be hydrocarbon, alcohol, aldehyde, ketone, ester, but not ester of glycerol, etc. For example, peppermint oil, an essential oil, contain methanol and alcohol as its chief constituent. Essential oil are mainly used in perfumes, cosmetics, and in pharmaceutical products. On the other hand, mineral oil such as paraffin oil is a mixture of saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon and not ester or triglycerides. They can't be saponified. They are all called oils simply because of their physical appearance. They are non-edible and are mainly used as fuels. Triglyceride composition of oil and fats. As stated above, fats and oils are triester of glycerol with higher aliphatic monocarboxylic acid. In other words, they are triacyl glycerol and are commonly known as glycerides. Fats and oils may be represented by the general formula CH2OCOR, CHOCOR dash, CH2OCOR double dash, triacyl glycerol or triglyceride, where R dash and R double dash may be same or different alkyl groups. Fatty acid. With only a few expectation, all the monocarboxylic acid isolated from fats and oils are straight chain. compounds containing 3 to 18 carbon atom. Further, with the exception of only C3 and C5 acids, all other acids found in fats and oils contain even number of carbon atom. The chief saturated fatty acids present in oils and fats are uric acid C11H23COOH, myristic acid C13H27COOH, palmitic acid C15H31COOH, stearic acid C17H35COOH. Besides saturated fatty acid, unsaturated fatty acid containing one or more double bonds in cis orientation may also be present in oils and fats. The chief unsaturated fatty acid present in oils and fats are oleic acid C17H33COOH, linoleic acid C17H31COOH, linolenic acid C17H29COOH. Classification of glyceride. The three fatty acids in glycerides may be same or different. Therefore, glyceride are classified as simple or mixed glyceride according as they have the same or different acid residues. For example, simple glyceride, tripalmitine or glyceryl tripalmitate, CH2OCO, C15H31, CHOCO, C15H31, CH2OCO, C15H31. Alpha oleo beta palmito alpha dash styrene mixed glyceride. Glyceride are further classified into saturated or unsaturated glyceride according as they contain saturated fatty acid residue or unsaturated fatty acid residue. For example, tristyrene, triolene. Both simple and mixed glycerides are found in natural oils and fats. In fact, oil and fats are complex mixture of mixed glyceride along with small amount of simple glyceride. Chemical difference between oils and fats. The main difference between oils and fats is the proportion of saturated and unsaturated glyceride. Triglyceride with higher proportion of saturated acid residue such as palmitic acid, stearic acid are solids at ordinary temperature and are called fats, while those with higher proportion of unsaturated acid residues such as oleic acid, linoleic acid, etc., are liquid at ordinary temperature and are called oils. Melting point of glycerides. As stated above, fatty acids have one or more double bonds having less stable cis stereochemistry. For example, oleic acid C17H33COOH has one cis double bond at C9. Linoleic acid C17H31COOH has two double bonds at C9 and C12, while linolenic acid C17H29COOH has three cis double bonds at C9. C12 and C15 positions. There, these cis double bond have vital biological importance in the solid state. The molecules of saturated fatty acids fit closely in the crystal lattice due to their zigzag tetrahedral structure. On the other hand, cis unsaturated fatty acids have a band at the double bond and hence do not fit closely, thereby lowering their melting points. Chemical properties. Fats and oils being triester of glycerol show all the reaction of simple esters. In case the glyceride contain unsaturated fatty acid residue, they also show the usual addition and oxidation reaction of alkenes. Some important reaction of fats and oils are given below. Number 1, hydrolysis. Fats and oils are readily hydrolyzed by treatment with superheated steam, mineral acid or alkalis. Hydrolysis by superheated steam or mineral acid gives a mixture of fatty acid and glycerol. However, when the hydrolysis is carried out by alkalis, glycerol and salt of fatty acid are formed. Since the salt of higher fatty acid thus formed are used as soaps, the alkaline hydrolysis is commonly called saponification. In the digestive system of human beings and animals, fats and oils are hydrolyzed to glycerol and fatty acid by a number of enzymes called lipases. Hydrogenation. Oils which contain a higher proportion of unsaturated glyceride add on hydrolysis in the presence of finely divided nickel as catalyst to form solid fat. This process is called hydrogenation or hardening of oils. It is similar to catalytic hydrogenation of alkenes and involves the reduction of double bond present in unsaturated glyceride to form saturated glyceride. This process is extensively used for the manufacture of vanaspati ghee such as dalda, rat, kagan, etc. from groundnut, peanut, sunflower and other edible oils. Hydrogenation is never carried out to completion but is stopped as soon as the fat of consistency comparable to ghee is obtained. The completely hydrogenated fats are too hard to be useful as kitchen shortenings. The main advantage of hydrogenation is that to compare to oils, fats, hydrogenated oil have better storage qualities and do not become rancid easily. Number 3, hydrolysis. Hydrogenolysis conversion to alcohol, fats, and oils on treatment with hydrogen at high temperature and pressure, and in presence of copper chromate as catalyst undergo reduction cleavage to form glycerol and long chain aliphatic alcohol. The splitting of a fat or an oil to glycerol and a higher long chain alcohol by hydrogen is called hydrogenolysis. The long chain alcohol thus produced are used for the manufacture of synthetic detergent. Trans esterification number 4. Fats and oils can be converted into simple esters of carboxylic acid such as methyl, ethyl ester, etc. By trans-esterification, it involves a treatment of a fat or an oil with a large excess of a suitable alcohol in presence of acidic or basic catalyst. The process of trans-esterification is quite useful for the large-scale preparation of long-chain fatty acid and long-chain primary alcohols of high purity. For this purpose, the mixture of methyl ester obtained by trans-esterification is subjected to fractional distillation to separate the individual esters. These upon hydrolysis yield fatty acid of high purity. Alternatively, the individual methyl esters are reduced to get long chain primary alcohols. Number 5, addition of alcohol like alkenes, saturated glyceride, add halogen across the double bond to form addition product. The addition of iodine is usually carried out by treating the fat or the oil with iodine in presence of mercury chloride as catalyst. Since the amount of iodine used is proportional to the number of double bond present, therefore this reaction is used for determination of extent of unsaturation in a given fat or the oil. Number 6, rancidity. When fats and oils are exposed to warm air and moisture for a long time, they develop a disagreeable smell and taste. This process is called rancidity and involves the hydrolysis of ester to produce fatty acid and oxidation at double bond to form short chain acid and aldehydes. These short chain acid and aldehyde are volatile and they have offensive smell. Therefore, they impart unpleasant odor to fats or oils. Rancidity is of the following two types. Number 1, hydrolytic rancidity. This type of rancidity is caused by the liberation of lower fatty acid by hydrolysis of triglycerides. For example, when butter is exposed to warm air and mixture, the hydrolysis of the glyceride is butter yield butyric acid and other volatile acid, caproic, caprylic, capric acid, etc., with unpleasant odors. This process of hydrolysis is catalyzed by enzymes, lipases, which are provided by the microorganism present in air. This type of hydrolytic rancidity can, however, be checked by keeping the butter covered in a refrigerator. Number 2, oxidative rancidity. This type of rancidity is caused by the oxidation of the unsaturated triglycerides by air to form short chain acid and aldehyde have unpleasant smell. It is believed that first the ester linkage are hydrolyzed to yield unsaturated acid which undergo oxidation at the site of double bond to produce short chain acid and aldehyde. Oxidative density can be prevented by the addition of certain chemicals called antioxidant which occur in natural fats and vitamin C and vitamin E. Analysis of fats and oils. Fats and oils are extensively used in a number of industries, therefore, it is essential to check the quality of a given fat or an oil. This involves the determination of physical constant such as melting point, specific gravity, diffraction index, etc., and chemical constants such as acid value, iodine value, saponification value, Richard Meisel value, etc. Some important chemical constants are described below. Number one, acid value. It is defined as the number of milligrams of potassium hydroxide required to neutralize the free fatty acid present in 1 gram of a fat or an oil. The acid value is determined by dissolving a known weight of the given fat or the oil in pure neutral alcohol and titrating against standard KOH solution using phenolphthalein as indicator. The acid value is a measure of free acid present in a given fat or oil. A high acid value indicates that the given sample of the fat or oil is quite old and has become rancid. Number two, saponification value. It is defined as the number of milligram of potassium hydroxide required to completely saponify 1 gram of the fat or oil. In other words, it represents the amount of potassium hydroxide in milligram required to neutralize the fatty acid formed as a result of complete hydrolysis of 1 gram of the fat or oil. Saponification value is determined by refluxing a weight quantity 1 to 2 gram of the fat or oil with a known excess of standard alcoholic potassium hydroxide solution and then titrating the unreacted alkali against a standard acid. For example, saponification values of trilaurate and tripalmitin can be determined as follows. Thus, the saponification value gives an idea about the molecular weight of the fat or the oil. Obviously, smaller the saponification value, higher is the molecular weight. For example, tripalmitin molecular weight 806 has a saponification value of 208, whereas trilyritic with molecular weight 638 has a saponification value of 263. The saponification value also indicates the length of carbon chain of the acid moiety present in the oil or fat. The higher the saponification value, greater the percentage of short chain fatty acid in the glyceride of the fat or oil. Butter with short chain fatty acid has saponification values between 210 to 230, whereas soybean oil has saponification value between 189 to 195. Saponification value is used to determine the adulteration of a fat or an oil with some other oil or fat with a lower or higher saponification value or even by the some unsaponifiable matter. Number three, iodine value. It is defined as the number of grams of iodine that will combine with 100 gram of the fat or oil. Iodine value may be determined by any one of the following two methods. Number one, Hubble's method. In this method, a solution of a known weight of the fat or oil in CCl4 is allowed to react with the known excess of a standard solution of iodine in ethanol in presence of mercury chloride as catalyst. The unreacted iodine is then determined by titrating it against standard sodium thiosulfate solution using starch as indicator. For example, the iodine value of triolin may be calculated. From the above equation, 1 mole of oil is equal to 3 moles of I2. Iodine value of triolin is equal to 86. Number 2, which method? In this method, a solution of the more reactive iodine monochloride ICI in glacial acetic acid is used in place of iodine and mercury chloride. A known weight of the oil fat is dissolved in CHCl3 with solution ICI in CH3COOH is then added. ICI adds across the double bond. The ICI left unused is then treated with KI solution to liberate an equivalent amount of iodine. The liberated iodine is then titrated against a standard HIPPO solution using starch as indicator. Amount of ICI or equivalence amount of I2 then added across the double bond is then determined using the following relation. Iodine value is equals to P1 minus P2 into N into 12.7 upon W. P1 is equals to volume of HIPPO used for blank titration. V2 is equals to volume of hypo used for unreacted ICI. N is equals to normality of the hypo solution and W is equals to weight of the fat or oil taken. Iodine value is a measure of the extent of unsaturation present in an oil or fat. Higher the iodine value, more unsaturated is the oil or the fat. For example, iodine value of linseed oil is equals to 170 minus 185. Tung oil is equals to 163 minus 171. Soybean oil is equals to 127 minus 138. Sunflower oil is equals to 140 minus 156. Olive oil is equals to 80 minus 100. Richard Meisel value, RM value. It is defined as a number of milliliters of 0.1 normal KOH required to neutralize the steam volatile fatty acid obtained by complete hydrolysis of 5 grams of the fat or oil. To determine the RM value, a known weight of the fat or oil is completely saponified with alkali. The resulting solution is acidified with dilute H2SO4 and is subjected to steam distillation. The distillate, which contains the volatile acid, is then titrated against 0.1 normal KOH solution. RM value is then calculated as follows. RM value is equals to volume of 0.10 normal KOH used for neutralization into 5 upon weight of the fat or oil taken. RM value is a measure of the volatile fatty acid residue present in a given fat or oil. It is highly useful for testing the purity of butter and desi ghee, which contain a relatively high proportion of glyceride of butyric and other stream volatile acid residue. The RM value of adulterated butter is always lower than the pure butter, 17 minus 35. Industrial oils or vegetable origin drying oil. Certain oils such as linseed oil, tongue oil, china food oil, perilla oil, etc., when exposed to air in thin tomato layers, form hard and tough water insoluble solid. This process is known as drying, and such oils are called dry oil. Oil like olive oil, groundnut oil, etc., which do not dry on exposure to air, are called non drying oils. And those which dry slowly, such as cottonseed oil, are called semi dry oil. Chemically dry oil contain a high percentage of unsaturated glycerol as shown by their high iodine value. On the other hand, non-drying oil have low iodine value while semi-drying oil have intermediate iodine value. For example, drying oil have iodine value about 150, linseed oil iodine value is equals to 170 minus 185. Non-drying oil have iodine value less than 100, olive oil iodine value 80 minus 100, while semi-drying oil have intermediate iodine value, cottonseed oil iodine value 105 minus 114. Unsaturated glyceride contain linoleic acid and linoleic acid as the unsaturated fatty acid residue. These acids contain two or three isolated double bonds respectively. In general, drying of oil containing unsaturated glyceride with conjugated double bond drying more rapidly than those containing isolated double. Drying oil are used as a medium for paints, varnishes, and lacquer. Paint and suspension of some pigments or the organic coloring matter in linseed oil to which some turpentine oil has been added as a thinner. When these paints are applied on any wooden or iron surface in thin layer, they quickly dry up to form a tough organic film which protect the surface being painted mechanism. The actual process of drying does not simply involve removal of moisture or evaporation of solvent, but involves complex stages. It is believed that a reactive allylic hydrogen present on the carbon next to the double bond, present in unsaturated glyceride, are first attacked by oxygen to form hydroperoxy compound which then combine with the allylic hydrogen of the other glyceride molecule, forming peroxide bases. The monomer molecule thus obtained subsequently undergo polymerization to form a tough network solvent. The whole process is sketched. Soap. Substance like soap and synthetic detergent, which concentrated at the surface of the solution or interfaces foam surface film reduce surface tension of the solution and help in removing dirt and dust by emulsifying grease are called surface active agent or surfactants. The molecule of a surfactant contains two characteristic groups, one of the which is water soluble hydrophilic and the other is oil soluble lyophilic or lipophilic. Soaps are sodium or potassium salt of higher fatty acids such as palmitic acid, C15H31COOH, stearic acid C17H35COOH and oleic acid C17H33COOH. These soaps are generally obtained by the hydrolysis of oil and fat with aqueous alkalis. The process is called saponification of oils and fat. The fat and oil commonly used for soap manufacture are tallow, lard, olive oil, linseed oil, mahua oil, grape oil, seed oil, coconut oil, and palm oil. Soaps, contain, soaps containing 12 to 18 chain atom have good cleansing action. Soaps with 12 carbon atom are comparatively soluble in water, whereas soaps containing 18 to 22 carbon atom are not useful as soap because of their insolubility in water. Sodium soaps are generally hard and hence are called hard soap. These are used for washing of clothes. Potassium soaps, on the other hand, are more expensive and produces a softer lather and hence are called soft oil. They are used for making shaving creams, shampoo, liquid soap, etc. Transparent soap are prepared by dissolving ordinary soap in alcohol and removing an insoluble part of filtration. Evaporation of alcohol leaves behind transport mass. Soaps are 100% biodegradable, that is, microorganisms present in sewage water can completely oxidize soap into carbon dioxide. As a result, it does not create any pollution problem. However, soaps have two disadvantages. Number one, soaps can't be used in hard water. Since calcium and magnesium are present in hard water, produce curdy white precipitate of calcium and magnesium soaps. Soap can't be used in acidic solution since acid present in the solution precipitate the insoluble free fatty acid, which adhere to the fabric and thus block of the ability of the soap to remove oil and grease from fabrics. Synthetic detergent. These days, in place of soap, the substances which are being largely used as cleansing action are synthetic detergent. As the name suggests, they are obtained from purely synthetic chemical as compared to soaps, which are derived from chemicals which are obtained from natural sources like oils and fats. In fact, synthetic detergent are sodium or potassium salt of long chain alkyl hydrogen sulfates or aryl sulfonic acid. Unlike soap, synthetic detergent can also be conveniently used even in hard water. This is due to the reason that calcium and magnesium salt of detergent, like their sodium or potassium salt, are also soluble in water. Hence, synthetic detergent do not form curdy white precipitate with hard water. Further, they can also be used in acidic solution. However, synthetic detergent have one disadvantage: unlike soaps, they are not completely biodegradable and hence cause water pollution. Synthetic detergent are of following three type: anionic detergent. Number one. These are so called because a large part of their molecule are anions. There are of two types. Number one, alkyl sulfate. They are obtained from long chain alkyl by treatment with concentrated H2SO, followed by neutralization with NaOH. Some important example of this type of detergent are laurylic sulfate and sodium stearate sulfate. Sodium laurylic sulfate is also called sodium dodecyl sulfate (STS) are used in shampoos and cosmetics. These sodium alkyl sulfate are 100% biodegradable. These are also effective in slightly acidic solutions since they form an alkyl hydrogen sulfate which is soluble material, whereas soap react with acidic solution to form insoluble fatty acid. B. Alkyl benzene sulfonates. These are obtained by conversion of benzene into long chain alkyl benzene followed by sulfonation and neutralization with NaOH. The most widely used domestic detergent is the sodium para and diodecyl benzene sulfonate. Alkyl benzene sulfonates, in which the phenyl group is either attached to the end of long alkyl chain or the other any other second deposition have high biodegradability and hence are called soft detergent, while alkyl benzene sulfonate having branched chain alkyl group have poor biodegradability and hence are called hard detergent. To differentiate these detergents on the basis of biodegradability, alkyl benzene sulfonates having long straight chain such as sodium para and dodecyl benzene sulfonate and sodium 2 dodecyl benzene sulfonate are called LAS detergent, while those having branched chain are called ABS detergent. Alkyl benzene sulfonate an important example of ABS. It is prepared by Friedel-Crafts reaction of tetramer or poly or propylene with benzene followed by sulfonation and neutralization with alkene. Number two, cationic detergent. These are quaternary ammonium salt, chloride, bromide, acetate, etc. containing one or more long chain alkyl group. These are called invert soap because their surface activity is due to the position ion and not to a negative ion as in alkyl hydrogen sulfate detergent. These more expensive than the anionic detergent. They find limited use besides being good cleansing agent. They possess germicidal property and therefore they are widely used as germicide in hospital. Number three, non-ionic detergent. These are esters of high molecular mass alcohol obtained by reaction between polyethylene glycol and stearic acid. These may also be obtained from long chain alcohol by treatment with excess of ethylene oxide in presence of a base. Like alkyl sulfides, ethoxylate can also biodegradable. Hydrogen bonding to the numerous oxygen atom makes the polyether end of the molecule water soluble. Alternatively, the ethoxylate can be converted into sulfates and used in form of their sodium salt. Some liquid dishwashing detergent are known type. Composition of a detergent cake. A cake of detergent contains about 20% of active detergent and an equal amount of sodium sulfate to make up the bulk of the powder. For the 30 to 50% of that sodium tripolyphosphate Na5P3O11 or STPP is added as an additive. Its coordinate with Ca2 positive and Mg2 positive are present in hard water and thus enhance the cleansing efficiency of the detergent. Other ingredient include sodium perborate, which act as the bleaching agent, some optical brightness of fluorescence, that is organic compound which make yellow clothes appear white, and some foaming agent. Detergent pollution. Detergent have branched chain hydrocarbon cause pollution in rivers and other waterways. The reason being that side chain stop bacteria from attacking and breaking the chain. These their result in slow degradation of detergent molecule leading to the accumulation. Since unbranched chain are more prone to attack by bacteria, therefore, in most of the detergent used these days by branching is kept to a minimum so that the detergent become easily biodegradable and pollution is prevented. The second series environmental problem is caused by phosphate additives, that is STPP, which are discharged into rivers and lakes from sewage system. As such, phosphate is not allowed to pollutant, but in actually a fertilizer. These excess of phosphates promotes the growth of water plant, which in turn deplete the water of available oxygen for fish and other aquatic animal. As a result of want of oxygen, water animal die or rot. In other words, lakes become full of dead animal and vegetation, and hence cease to act as a source of potable water. In view of this environmental hazard, government of many countries have passed a law to reduce the use of phosphate additive in detergent to migrate this source of pollution. Cleansing action of soap and detergent. All the soap and detergent contain two characteristic group, that is the water soluble hydrophilic group and oil soluble lyophilic or lipophilic group. As a result, one end of the molecule of a soap and detergent tends to go into oil phase and other end tends to go into water phase, with the net result that the material soap and detergent concentrate at the surface of the solution or interface. The dirt is generally held to a dirty surface by a thin film of an oil or grease. When the dirty surface is treated with soap solution, the non-polar hydrocarbon chain of the soap or detergent dissolved in oil or grease, and the carboxylate group of the soap or the sulfonate group of the synthetic detergent is held by surrounding water. This lowers the surface tension between water and grease. As a result, a stable emulsion of oil in water is formed. When the surface or the cloth is mechanically scrubbed, the loosened dirt particles are absorbed by colloidal soap or detergent particle, ultimately washed away. Thank you.